I can't afford rent. I can't afford food. I can't afford everyday necessities. This is what a lot of people are going through right now in America. And while I'm not personally speaking about myself, I know that a lot of people are being heavily impacted by what is going on right now. There's been a lot of changes that are happening, a lot of changes that will continue to happen. And let's just get into it. So the big, beautiful bill passed the Senate, or excuse me, the House today. As of tomorrow, which is July the 4th, it will be on President Trump's desk at some point for him to actually sign. And my biggest concern is how these changes are going to affect everyday people that are already struggling. It used to be, just lower class, middle class, and upper class. I feel like middle class has kind of been wiped out, and just everything has been changing. And with those changes, people are being priced out of everyday things like homes they're being priced out of. Rent prices are through the roof. Even for apartments and like 2 bedrooms, the rent is actually insane. And people just can't afford it. Like, people are struggling to put food on the table every single day. People are choosing between lights and medication. And while this has been a thing, with the upcoming changes, this is going to heavily impact some people that are just struggling to stay afloat, if they're even staying afloat. The elderly is going to be heavily impacted because one of the changes with the SNAP benefits is basically they're raising the age from 54 to 64. So that's a 10-year gap, 64. And a lot of people are working at that age now, because I almost feel like retirement is moving to the point where it's almost going to be a thing of the past. And that's just because of what's going on. People just can't afford to retire right now. Yes, there are some people that are well off, but I even worry about our future. Like, we're saving, and we have been saving it for years. So our goal is to actually retire like sooner than our retirement ages. But just because of what's going on, it almost makes you wonder if that's even going to be obtainable at this point. They have those changes. And again, there's lots of changes with that as far as the work requirements for SNAP, EBT. There are Medicaid changes as well, and that's going to be affecting millions of people. And I think some of the states are going to try to pick up the cost of these things, so a lot of people aren't as heavily impacted. But still, like, you have to remember, some people are already relying on food banks because they're not being approved for financial assistance through SNAP and EBT. And more so, the people that are already on these, they may be cut from these with the new requirements. Do I feel that requirements should be in place? Yes. But some of them, like I said, the 64 to 54, I don't agree with that at all. And this also leads into what's going on with tariffs. Tariffs are not done. Like, those deals are not all set in stone, and we are quickly approaching July the 9th. And that's going to heavily impact a lot of people. And with the tariffs not being set in stone, I mean, you guys remember just a few months ago, before the pause with China, we have reached 145% tariffs with them. And if that happens again, while it probably won't, I think we are going to raise it from like the 30% that I believe it's at right now. And that's still going to be so detrimental. Like, how can we continue to have price increases? These stores are raising prices continuously. And some stores, again, like Walmart, is steadily raising prices. And they're doing it across the board because they just didn't want to hit certain items that were going to be impacted by the tariffs. So they were trying to make it even, like an even playing field for the customers. It is just not looking good. Like, our future, I don't know. Let me know how you guys are feeling right now. Do you feel okay with everything that's happening? Do you feel a sense of worry right now? Are you stocking right now? Have you even started? And let me go ahead, and before I actually forget to say this, if you receive SNAP or EBT or know anybody who does, please let them know that you can buy seeds as well as fruit trees and things like that from retailers that accept those. They can buy those, because right now with the prices of food, especially if these people are going to lose these benefits potentially or have a reduction in these benefits, they're going to need to know like that they're able to grow food, and they're going to have to like start growing their own food. And we have to stop making excuses like we don't have enough room, or I only have a balcony. That's okay, because you can grow on that balcony. You have to utilize the space that you have and get creative if you have to. If you're not able to grow like a huge garden because you don't have a huge backyard, that's okay. You can always grow vertically. Just, we have to stop making excuses. Now is not the time, because again, as I always say, nobody's coming to save us, and this couldn't be more truer at this point. I can honestly say that I am scared and I am worried for a lot of people. I'm worried for a lot of people in a lot of demographics for many different reasons. And while I'm on this subject, I do feel, and I want to know what you guys' opinions is on this, what I'm about to say. I feel like the system, the way it is designed, I feel like it's there to keep people on it. And now, because it's been like that for so many years, now it's, people are wanting a change of that. And it's like, how can that happen? Because again, I've gone to school with people that were raised in public housing, for example. Nothing's wrong with that. But those people in turn ended up having kids, and they raise their kids in public housing. So it's like the same repeat cycle. But again, it's like a lot of times you have lower paying jobs and low income, and they're not able to move out of those places. Like I said, if you're paying $15 for rent a month, because you are receiving public assistance, again, it makes it a little bit more difficult because you're not getting a livable wage at $7 or $8 or $10 or $12 is not a livable wage. Maybe if you have multiple people in a household helping, I think it could possibly be possible. But if you are a single mom or a single father, or, you're a couple and you're making, one of you guys is working and you're making $12 an hour, it's going to be hard. I just want to make sure that you guys continue to stock up, continue to prep. People that are not doing this, I know we're on, holiday seasons. I know it's vacation season. I know a lot of people are traveling and things like that. And there is nothing wrong with doing any of that. But I'm really hoping and praying that people do have their home stocked up. Anything can happen. We have a power grid and an infrastructure that is severely hurting and has been. There are going to be rolling blackouts and blackouts during this summer, and you don't know when you'll be hit by that, so you want to be prepared for that. We are also in hurricane season, and although you're not hearing talks of hurricanes on the news, y'all, we are only in July. Only in July. Hurricane season runs through November the 30th. Also, like, hurricane season tends to ramp up in August and September. So because everything is okay, excuse me, right now, does not mean that you won't be impacted at some point. So there are many different reasons why we prep. There's just not one reason. It's not because there's an apocalypse that's going to happen and the world's going to end, right? There are many different reasons for prepping. Find out why you want to prep and focus on that. Again, anything can happen. You want to make sure you're prepared as much as possible for your family. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, you guys. I got to go inside and get something to drink because, again, I don't know what's going on with my throat and my cough, but I don't know. It just started happening in my chest. I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, you guys. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing, how your stocking is going. If you're stocking, do you feel pretty prepared, or do you have some gaps and things like that? But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, you guys. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.